Let's dive into the world of Joe Rogan in 2025. A man who's not just a voice on your podcast app, but a cultural juggernaut living a life most of us can only dream about. Picture this: a guy who's sparring in his private gym one minute, riffing with Elon Musk on his podcast the next, and then cruising through Austin in a vintage muscle car. That's Joe Rogan, and his lifestyle is as wild, diverse, and unapologetic as his conversations. So, buckle up. We're peeling back the curtain on his wife, 3 kids, jaw-dropping homes, insane car collection, and a net worth that'll make your head spin. First, let's talk about the anchor of Joe's world, his wife, Jessica Ditzel. She's not just the woman behind the man, she's a force in her own right. Jessica, born in 1975 in Texas, met Joe back in 2001 when she was slinging drinks as a cocktail waitress in Los Angeles. Sparks flew, and by 2009, they were married in a low-key ceremony that screamed, "We're not here for the spotlight." Jessica's no Hollywood trophy wife. She's a former model who worked with brands like Wholesome, held corporate gigs at Volvo Motorsport, and even dipped her toes into TV production. But here's the kicker: she keeps it real. Joe's out there debating aliens and politics, while Jessica's running the show at home, fiercely private and fiercely loyal. Joe's said it himself: she doesn't mess with his chaos, and that's why they work. Their bond? It's built on mutual respect, a shared sense of humor, and a prenup that Joe jokingly calls his not stupid move. In 2025, they're still rock solid, living proof you can thrive in the public eye without airing every detail. Now, let's meet the Rogan clan, their 3 daughters. There's Lola, born in 2008, and Rosie, born in 2010, Joe and Jessica's biological kids. Then there's Kaja Rose, born in 1996, Jessica's daughter from a previous relationship with the late R&B singer Kevin Dino Connor. Joe adopted Kaja after marrying Jessica, stepping up as her dad without hesitation. Kaja's carving her own path as a musician, dropping R&B tracks that blend soul with grit, and Joe's her biggest cheerleader. Lola and Rosie, meanwhile, are teenagers in 2025, growing up in a household where martial arts, comedy, and big ideas are as normal as breakfast cereal. Joe's open about parenting. He's hands-on, but not a helicopter dad. He's teaching them jujitsu, encouraging them to question everything. And yeah, he's admitted to chilling with them while elevated on occasion. Controversial? Maybe. But it's pure Rogan. Authentic to a fault. He's raising strong, curious women who will likely inherit his knack for breaking molds. Where does this family call home? In 2025, Joe's all in on Austin, Texas, after ditching California's chaos in 2020. His main pad is a $14.4 million mansion on Lake Austin, a modern farmhouse vibe with clean lines, massive windows, and enough space to host a UFC watch party. We're talking 10,000 square feet of luxury, a home gym that'd make Arnold Schwarzenegger jealous, a podcast studio tricked out with the latest tech, and a backyard that screams Texas with its sprawling views and privacy. But Joe's not just a one-home guy. He's got properties scattered across the U.S., at least 15 by some counts. There's a sleek place in Los Angeles from his pre-Texas days, a $5 million Bell Canyon home he sold in 2020, and rumors of a Colorado retreat for hunting trips. Each spot reflects a piece of Joe: LA for his comedy roots, Austin for his new chapter, and maybe Colorado for that eat what you kill ethos he loves. His homes aren't just status symbols, they're functional, built for a guy who trains hard, works harder, and needs room to think. Speaking of functional, let's rev the engine on Joe's car collection. This guy's love for cars is next level. Think muscle, speed, and a nod to the classics. In 2025, his garage is a shrine to horsepower. Picture a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda, nicknamed Sick Fish, with a custom paint job that turns heads. Then there's a 1965 Corvette Stingray, meticulously restored to its roaring glory. Want modern? He's got a Tesla Model SP 100D for those eco-conscious Austin commutes, and a McLaren 720S that's basically a street-legal rocket. Add in a 1971 Ford Bronco for rugged vibes, a 1993 Porsche 964 for retro cool, and a 2005 BMW E46 M3 for daily drives. And you've got a collection pushing 20 rides. Joe doesn't just collect, he drives these beasts, feeling the rumble, living for the thrill. It's not about flexing wealth, it's about passion. He's been geeking out over cars since his first Chevy Chevelle at 16, and every vehicle tells a story of his journey. Now, let's get to the money. Joe Rogan's net worth in 2025. Brace yourself. Estimates peg it at a cool $200 million. With some whispers it could be closer to $250 million. How'd he stack that cash? Let's break it down. The Joe Rogan Experience, his podcast juggernaut, is the big dog. Started in 2009 with buddies in a basement, it's now a global phenomenon, pulling 11 million listeners per episode. In 2020, Spotify dropped $200 million to lock it down exclusively, and in 2024, they inked a new $250 million deal that's non-exclusive, letting Joe rake in ad revenue from YouTube and Apple too. He's reportedly earning $100,000 per episode, churning out 3 a week. That's $15 million a year from podcasting alone. But wait, there's more. Joe's still a UFC commentator, a gig he's held since 1997, pulling in millions over the years for his cage-side insights. His stand-up comedy? Sold out tours at 15,000-seat venues, netting him $20 million annually pre-pandemic. He's dropped 11 specials, with Netflix hits like Triggered adding to the bank. Oh, and don't forget his Austin Comedy Club, Comedy Mothership, a passion project that's also a cash machine. Then there's On It, the supplement brand he co-founded, sold for a fortune, but still kicks back residuals. Joe's not just rich, he's built an empire by betting on himself. What's wilder than the money is how Joe lives with it. He's not sipping champagne on yachts or chasing red carpets. His lifestyle is disciplined, almost monk-like in its focus. He's up early, hitting the sauna, ice bath, or heavy bag. His diet? Carnivore-leaning, heavy on elk he's hunted himself, low on sugar and starch. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, still rolling at 57, and he's vocal about psychedelics like DMT and mushrooms for mental clarity. Sensory deprivation tanks? Yup, he's got one at home. This isn't performative. It's Joe chasing peak performance, physically and mentally. But he's not all serious. He's cracking beers with comedians, bow hunting in the wilderness, or geeking out over UFOs with guests. His life's a balance. Grind hard, play hard, question everything. Zoom out, and Joe's lifestyle in 2025 is a masterclass in authenticity. He's polarizing. Some call him a genius, others a loudmouth. But he doesn't care. He's built a world where he can say what he thinks, live how he wants, and share it with millions. From his private family life with Jessica and the girls to his Texas mansion and roaring cars, Joe's not chasing trends. He's setting them. His wealth? It's not just dollars. It's freedom to be unfiltered, to explore, to evolve. Whether he's riffing on politics, lifting weights, or restoring a classic Corvette, Joe Rogan's life is a full-throttle ride. One that's as messy, bold, and captivating as the man himself. Thanks for diving into Joe Rogan's world with me. It's a wild ride, right? If this got you hooked, share it with your crew, drop a comment on what surprised you most, and let's keep the conversation going. Stay curious, stay real, and I'll catch you in the next one.